everybody. Carlos Robledo along with Mike Gonzalez, and we're here for the Knapp Medical Center post-game show. It's a loss for your Westlaco Panthers tonight as they lose by a final score of 24-16. And what a game it came down to the final play of the game. Let's go to the highlights in this one, and you can see it was no score in the first quarter. Let's go all the way to the second, where Frankie Trevino comes out looking to pass down the field, and he finds Joseph Leal with the catch, making it 7-0. Westlaco cruising at this point. They add to their lead here. Trevino once again rolling to the right, and he finds Luna. 14-0 Westlaco pitching a shutout. But the Bears get something going late in the second quarter. Deep pass here. They find a man wide open, and he moves the ball inside the 10-yard line, and that will lead to a Bears touchdown. They run it to the middle, and it's 14-7 at the half. Third quarter, pretty much all Bears. Jorge Alanis with a touchdown that ties up the game at 14. We move to the fourth quarter now, and Caleb Salas. The coverage was right there by Luna, Chris Luna, but the catch was still made. 24-14 at that point there, because they also had a field goal before that. And then Westlaco, they get the ball back after a safety was made. The ball goes down to about the 10-yard line there. The catch by Luna. They call a timeout, and this is the last play of the game. Down by 8, Frankie Trevino. He's scrambling, looking to go down the field. Carlos Ochoa looked like maybe an opportunity there, but instead it's an interception, and that's the way the game ends. Once again, final score 24-16. PSJ Bears, a gutty performance by then. You got to give them a lot of credit. They came out totally, kind of almost a totally different team in the second half. WPC right behind me, by the way. They're getting ready to perform tonight. They're moving on to area. But the Westlaco Panthers tonight, Mike, defense for the PSG Bears almost totally different in that second half. Yeah, well, we knew it was going to be, or it was going to come down to perhaps a last play. Whoever had the ball last was going to have an opportunity. And both teams played outstanding defense in that first half. In my mind, Carlos, I thought that last drive that PSG had where they scored a touchdown was a critical moment of the game. It gave them confidence at halftime, cut the lead in half. Then the defense stepped up and pitched a shutout pretty much. They only gave up 2 points, which came into safety. And, you know, you just got to give credit to the Bears. I mean, they have an outstanding quarterback, outstanding receivers. But perhaps what was underrated was their defense. Like you mentioned, a lot of speed on their defense. And I thought our defense played very well as well, even though they gave up 24 points. They stuck with them. I mean, this is a team that has scored about 35, 40 points per game, especially in the wins, and have racked up over 400 yards. And yet, our secondary, I thought, played outstanding. The coverage was great. But, Carlos, what they had to do was they had to run the football. You notice that Lopez did a lot of scrambling and running, and they went into the running game with 22. Alanis, I believe is his name, the running back. He got some big runs down there and got some key first downs. And so they kind of figured things out and made some adjustments. But pretty much, Carlos, the Bears had to earn this win. And they did. Kind of a little bit of a party atmosphere still going on right here. Yeah, the Westlaco Panthers lost tonight, 24-16. But you know what? They're still celebrating tonight. They're still out here. There's still a lot of football to be played. They got 2 more games left on this in the schedule. There's still an opportunity to qualify for the playoffs, even a chance to tie or maybe even win district. There's still more to be played, but I just want to let you know what's going on right now. WPC, Westlaco Panther Corps, they're about to perform right now. They got the drill team out there. They're out there getting ready, doing their performance. We also have the softball team here. They received their wreaths tonight, a very special ceremony for them. So still a lot to play for, and just want to let everybody know what's going on right now, Mike Gonzalez. But next week, let's go back to the Bears. Great team speed. How many times we see Frankie Trevino roll out of the pocket, and PSG just right there, corralling him, you know, escorting him out of bounds or making a tackle. Like Westlaco, I noticed the Bears won a 3-man front, and they were kind of winning the battle in the trenches with those three down linemen going after Frankie because the coverage was so good, just like Westlaco. Westlaco's secondary also had very good coverage, and so you notice Frankie
Frankie scrambling quite a bit there. But yeah, there's a couple of guys there. Number 9, one of them that was 99, that was an all-district player, returner from last year. And I know he had a sack and made a few big tackles there. But yeah, give credit to the Bears defensive line as well. They played outstanding.
Yeah, their pass rush was definitely solid, but so was their coverage down the field, because there were times when Frankie Lorena was looking to go down there and there was nothing there.
A lot of nickel and dime packages they showed, and that means at least 5 defensive backs. If more than 5, that's a dime package. And yeah, the Panthers were trying to run their routes there, and Frankie was just trying to look for a receiver. But yeah, outstanding. Their speed, outstanding speed by their secondary as well. I mean, all around, Carlos, it was a defensive battle in this game, and both teams, I thought, did an amazing job.
And also, Mike, the play calling I felt like it was different in the second half. There was that delayed draw that just kept working and working for them. Huge gaping holes for them when they do that delayed draw.
On the left side, Linus found a few gaping holes, especially on that left side, the 3-down linemen, and there was a gaping hole right there, and they got big runs from that formation there. And just give credit to Coach Rodriguez for making those adjustments and calling those plays.
And this game was not, I mean, first we kind of thought this game, okay, was pretty much over. You know, they were down, and then what happened is kind of crazy ending to the game. You didn't get a chance to watch it, but PSJA, they got called for intentional grounding. They moved the ball way back. Then they had to punt from their own end zone. A bad snap goes over the head of the punter, and they end up getting 2 points, do the Panthers, and the ball back. So that cut it to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, in a situation like that, Carlos, all you can ask for is an opportunity. I mean, they were down by 10, and then crazy things happened. They got that safety, they got that break, they got the ball at midfield with about, I have it written down, 40 seconds to go, plenty of time with 1 timeout. All you can ask for is an opportunity. They were able to get it down to the 7-yard line and had a few cracks at it. And, you know, Frankie did a great job escaping the pressure and just let it go, giving his receivers an opportunity. And, hey, you know, the Bears just made one more big play than Weslaco did.
So let's talk about what's next for Weslaco. They got 2 more games left. Here we are in late October, and, you know, a game next week, November 1st at Edinburgh. That'll be a big game. And then back home, Economides to close out the regular season.
I got to look at the standings, Carlos, but if they can win next week against Edinburgh, I want to say that they'll clinch a playoff spot. So I'm sure that's going to be their focus, is, you know, rebound from this, you know, and recover from this loss, and just focused on Edinburgh next week on the road. They've had some success there in the past. You know, a few weeks ago, they won a big one against Edinburgh North. They can get that win. Hey, they might punch their tickets to the playoffs, and then they'll be here in a few weeks for homecoming night. So,
Mike, what about tonight? It was an electric atmosphere. You had the Lady Panthers state softball champions back home. They had some softball players who were back for the first time. It was really good to see them, because they were here in our pregame show. It was a little bit of a reunion for them before they received their rings.
Yeah, Carlos, when I made my way down here and I look up at the stands and I see just nothing but purple, every seat was almost taken pretty much, and they were here for a historic night. And just looking at the players, they were so happy. They were so looking forward to this ceremony. And then when they opened the box and they saw their rings, all the smiles, you saw the parents, how happy they were. I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime moment. You know, down here in the Valley, we don't win a whole lot of state championships, but when we do, we go all out, we make it special, and these girls, they deserved it, and they got their moment, they got their rings.
Yes, it was a very, very special ceremony, beautiful ring. It looked like it had diamonds all over, and a big W right in the middle. Then they had fireworks that came on. After that, all of the girls were here. Their parents were also here, the coaches, the trainer. Also, a nice little moment when the rings were given to the crew, the maintenance crew that takes care of the softball field as well. Orly Martinez and Hector Caballero. So that was really special as well. They got a big round of applause. And then just a big crowd here for this game, for the ceremony and everything. Just a very special night here in Weslaco.
Those rings, Carlos, I got a good look at it. A few of the players showed it to me, and it looked like a Super Bowl ring, really. Yeah. You know how they make those Super Bowl rings, those championship rings? It was beautiful, Carlos. I mean, it was a very proud moment for them.
And if you ask Coach Mario, Rodriguez, If this is a once in a lifetime, he thinks they're going back to state again this year, and you never know with that team that they have. Matty Cantu still on the team as the pitcher this year and next year. You never know what can happen.
And then they have the hitter, Andrea Ortiz, that hit the grand slam. She's coming back, so a lot to look forward to.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. That'll do it. West Coast Panthers unfortunately lose, but they're still in the hunt. There's still a lot of football to be played. Next week they'll be at Edinburgh. For Mike Gonzalez, I'm Carlos Romero. Thanks for joining us here on the Knapp Medical Center post-game show.